Today, few more MCQs. I have randomly chosen some problems which is important according to my point of view. Now the question is question number 10. The electric field inside a spherical cell of uniform surface charge density is. So let's find using Gauss law. So if this is a sphere and it has charge on its surface, and you are asked what will be the field inside it. So you are required to find field inside anywhere. Suppose here you want to find field, and if you consider a Gaussian sphere here, so since there is no charge inside this Gaussian sphere, and from Gauss law, E into area of this sphere, let this be charge inside at the center of this Gaussian sphere. E into area, that is E into 4 pi r square, is equal to q by epsilon naught. Q by epsilon naught. Since there is no charge inside the sphere, so this Gaussian sphere, has no charge inside it, so q is going to be 0. So if q is 0, so E is going to be 0. If q is 0, it is 0 by epsilon naught into 4 divided by 4 pi r square. So field is going to be 0. So you must remember, if a thin spherical cell has charge, whatever be the charge, inside that cell, hollow cell means hollow sphere, inside that sphere electric field will be 0 at everywhere. Okay, so your option will be A. So your option is going to be A. Electric field inside a spherical cell of uniform surface charge density is 0. Now here again question number 13, a very common question. Electric charge Q is placed at the center of a cube of side A. The electric flux on one side of the face will be so this is a cube of side A, and what is the flux through each face, it is asked, and this charge Q is placed just at the center of the cube. So from Gauss theorem we know that total flux coming out of this cube is Q by epsilon naught, and since this charge is placed at the center of the cube, so from every side, every face, equal number of flux will come out since the charge is placed at the center. So the total flux coming out is Q by epsilon naught, and there are total 6 faces of a cube. So through each face, the number of flux that will come out of the cube will be Q by epsilon naught divided by 6. Okay. So your option is A here. Here Q by 6 epsilon naught. This is a common question. Okay. So your option will be Q by 6 epsilon naught. Now again question number 14. Total electric flux coming out of unit positive charge kept in here. So total flux comes out from Q coulomb charge is Q by epsilon naught. So if the value of Q is 1, it is going to be 1 divided by epsilon naught, and 1 divided by epsilon naught means epsilon naught power minus 1. So for question number 14, the total electric flux coming out of unit positive charge kept in air should be epsilon naught to the power minus 1. So your B is going to be the correct option. Here your B is going to be the correct option. For Q charge it is going to be Q by epsilon naught, and if the value of Q is 1, it is going to be 1 by epsilon naught, that means epsilon naught to the power minus 1. So your B is going to be the correct option. Now question number 16. Question number 16 is almost identical problem with question number 13. This is your question number 13. So this problem and question number 16 is almost same, and option will be D, and I need to I want that you must use your own intelligence to get the solution. Option will be D, Q by 6 epsilon naught. As I told you, this question number 16 and question number 13 are identical. So for question number 16, it is also going to be answer is going to be q by 6 epsilon naught. Okay, so here is your question number 16. Read the question carefully, and your option is q by 6 epsilon naught, and you must analyze this, how the answer is q by 6 epsilon naught. Now SI unit of permittivity, Farad is not the unit of permittivity, Weber is also not. C, Coulomb square per Newton per meter square, Coulomb square per Newton per meter square. So I say C is going to be the option. C is going to be the correct option. C and D are the same, I think. So whatever you write, some printing mistake is there. So it is going to be Coulomb square per Newton per meter square. Now the force per unit charge. Force per unit charge is your electric field. Force per unit charge is your electric field. So for force we can write, that is why for force we write charge into electric field. So force is equal to charge into electric field. So your electric field is force per unit charge. So force per unit charge is your electric field. So B is the correct option. Now electric field lines provide the information about the field strength. Yes, correct. Direction also correct. Nature of the charge also correct. All of these. So D is going to be the correct option. Field strength, we can find field strength. If the field lines are denser, then field strength is more. If the field lines are rarer or not very dense, the place where the density of the field lines is more, we can say that the field strength is higher there. Lesser the density, less the field strength. Also electric field lines moves from positive to negative charge. So direction also, electric field lines also provide the direction of the electric field. Clear? Because the electric field lines moves from positive charge to negative charge. So direction also is provided by the electric field lines. And nature of the charge, of course, if the field line is coming out of a charge, that means that charge is positive, and if the field lines are terminating to a charge, that means the charge is negative. So we can also tell whether the charge is positive or negative by seeing the field lines. So all the three information can be obtained from electric field lines. So your D is going to be the correct option. Now question number 28, very important question. What is the unit of electric flux? SI unit of electric flux. So SI unit of electric flux is your Newton per Coulomb meter square. Newton per Coulomb meter square. Because your flux is equal to Q by epsilon naught. And earlier problem we found the unit of epsilon naught. Clear? So if your flux is Q by epsilon naught, from that we can say your D is going to be the correct option, Newton per Coulomb meter square. So SI unit of electric flux is Newton per Coulomb meter square, and you can obtain it from the equation flux is equal to Q by epsilon naught, and the unit of epsilon naught is already discussed earlier. So for question number 28, your D is going to be the correct option. Now question number 29, the unit of electric dipole moment. Yeah, it's a new term for you. You must remember it. The unit of electric dipole moment is dBi. Okay. So Newton is not correct answer. Newton is for force, Coulomb is for charge, Farad is for capacitance, and dBi is the correct option. So dBi is the unit of dipole moment. The surface considered for a Gauss law is called Gaussian surface. The surface considered for a Gauss law is called a Gaussian surface. So C is going to be the correct option. So your C is going to be the correct option.